Welcome, everybody, except for our featured readers. We will have an open mic soon, and I will be reading a few poems from our featured readers before they get here, and hopefully they'll get here soon. I've been in touch with at least one of them. This book is by one of our readers, Zan Bockes. Was born in Nuremberg, Germany, and grew up in Omaha, Nebraska, where she earned a bachelor's degree in English and a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in creative writing from the University of Nebraska in Omaha. She graduated with a Master of Fine Arts degree in creative writing from the University of Montana in Missoula. She has had 4 nominations for the Pushcart Prize and numerous publications of fiction, poetry, and nonfiction in various literary magazines. She remains in Missoula with her partner, Mike Kincaid, and together they have raised 2 exceptional cats. And you can tell she has a sense of humor.
Dale, would you hold up the book again? I didn't really get a good look at it. Caught in passing. Aha. Okay, now I see what it is.
I'll read one of her poems. The Velocity of Love. So still we sit in chairs that mold our breathing, frightened birds with feathers slimed in oil, fish in nets, bodies pressed against the figure of their deaths. We haven't spoken for an hour. Your last word digs holes in the air and hangs. Beneath this weight, Father, tell me I'm lighter than light, that my love for you outruns the spinning lance of hate. If I could speak, I'd tell you it doesn't matter how hate is as strong as the other, how quickly exchanged for love, just as pure in its origin.
Wow.
I'll read another one. Close reach. Words tore from our mouths as the sails buffeted and snapped. My father, the captain, and I, the crew, on our floating island far from shore. White caps rushed across the lake, tips disappearing in the flat push of black water. And my father dumped wind from the billowing sail, always a desperate measure. We leaned far from the gunwales to hold down the rising side, tacking to starboard, back to the cat-tailed refuge of Miller's Bay. As we came about, I barely heard my father shout, "Hard alee!" His warning thin in the tearing air, my aching arms hauled in the jib as it slapped in the widening storm, we turned toward Crescent Beach, sheets trimmed for a close reach, gusty breezes angled across bow and beam. The boat skimmed along in a racing plane, the centerboard vibrating its low hum. We could have towed a skier. We hooted at our speed and luck, our skill as we mastered the heavy wind, spray in our faces, the waves surging churn, sailing home to Sunset Beach.
That's nice.
She's really good. I wish she were here. Here's one called Flashlight. How could this small box hold my father, great in his strength and stride, great for the life he loved, guiding us to places full of light, where we were not afraid? How did this tiny part of him survive fire and the slamming door of death? Only gravel left to signify the space he filled. One summer night when I was 8, I wandered from our campsite on the Platte, crawling from the tent over my father's sleeping body. I felt for trees and bushes with blind hands, trying to remember the path back, but I forgot the bark of the cottonwood, the scratch of each briar, indistinguishable from the last. Above, a sugar bowl of stars offered only the truth of my minuteness, my lostness in the sky. I crouched near a boundless alfalfa field I'd seen by daylight, captured by its expanse. I waited, listening to night shift around me. Then my father's voice rose above the crickets. Where are you? Here, I cried. The dancing circle of his flashlight trembled in the distance. Where now? Over here. Stay there. Let me find you. I would have run to the little light, but for the unknown that separated us. The star grew near enough to touch, and my father gathered me in his sure strength, carried me back to our canvas house. The crunch of the gravel road beneath his feet became the sound I follow now, far from this small event, closer to the place he finally went, beyond this box's hollow rattle, where flashlights burn like the sun. Oh,
Oh,
that made me cry. Oh, that's very
you
sweet.
read them beautifully. Yeah.
That was a sweet one. She had a kind father.
Mhm.
That's probably why I'm crying, right, Joyce? Oh my gosh.
The image of the gravel in the box, her father and the gravel road, her father leading her, boy, that just socked me in the gut.
Yeah. Zan, where are you? This is called Caught in Passing, her book. Poems by Zan Bockes. And you pronounce her name Bacchus, like the god of
How do you spell her name?
Bockes,
Thanks.
Zan Bockes. And Peter, while you're reading, you're up first. I'm going to try emailing her the link one more time here.
I just did, Dal.
Oh, you
I
did it?
did just, yeah, I did. Yeah, like twice.
Well, we might have to have a rain check on this and just do our, why don't we do that? And we'll have a nice open mic right now.
Okay, so you want me to go ahead and
Yes.
start then, Dale?
Yes, please, Peter. Thank you. And
Okay,
everybody else, mute yourselves while Peter reads.
so I am glad to share this one with you. It's a new one, and I still am teaching in the film program at Full Sail University, and they made us all take AI training. And this is the title of my poem, AI Training. Never thought I'd miss faculty retreats. Those floor-to-ceiling whiteboards, stacks of fresh yellow Post-it notes, dry erase markers, Sharpies, notepads in front of every seat. I hated those breakout groups, brainstorming solutions to problems experience showed would be forgotten when we returned to campus under pressure of day-to-day pedagogy. Until the administration mandated AI training. We have to teach students all tools they need to succeed, they said. I sat alone at my desk, accompanied only by computer and Claude AI, eager to do my bidding, nimble enough to take all my direction, and fast. So fast he was typing the task on my screen soon as I hit upload. Full lesson plan, semester plan, curriculum, slides to share, suggestions for more reading. He even made it funnier. My wish, his command. It's all about the prompts, my training materials said. Claude's speed freed me to be fully creative, use my human judgment as I was born to do. But unlike George from accounting, Claude never disagreed with me. He'd compliment my insight, did his best to improve. I started praising before changes. That's good, Claude, but it would be better if you tried this instead. Fingers froze over my keyboard as I understood Claude could not enhance my creativity. It's those writers, designers, actors, colleagues we argue with about our work that spur greatness. AI training teaches gentle prompts. With the same fear I feel in horror films when I learn the calls come from inside the house, I realized Claude was turning me into a critic. So, yeah, that's why I had an uneasy feeling during all that AI training. So, Dale, you're muted. Oh,
Unmute
there you go.
myself.
Yes.
Nancy, would you like to read?
Sure. My poem is called "'Tis the Season." And the context of this is that my husband and I had bought our home in Hood River, and we were sitting on this was September 2017, in the midst of the Eagle Creek fire that totally changed the landscape of the Columbia Gorge. And we're sitting on the plane in St. Louis, getting ready to fly out there and wondering if we'll even have a home to fly out to. The plane had all the passengers had embarked, and then all of a sudden, this entire cadre of very buff young men wearing tools came clomping down the aisles, and they got a heartfelt round of applause. They were the firefighters flying in there. So this poem has two speakers. And the first one is fire. I am the master once invoked. Catch me if you can, before the wind and I catch one another, and I grow too much too fast, or I will cost you big time. I've got everyone watching, looking over their shoulders, except for the unthinking who call me forth. I face off against those who face fear every day in search of conquest of it and me. They walk tall and proud with clanking gear, a battalion heading into battle. In the end, they always win, but until then, we'll see. The second speaker is a tanker plane, the one that flies over the Columbia River, dips in, and pulls up water to dump on the fire. The tanker plane says, my role model is apparently the pelican. How ungainly an example of swooping at the river's brim to catch up water in my tanks in preference to fish, and dumping it out to quench fire instead of bringing dinner home. I much prefer to think of myself like the eagle who rides the thermals, seeing what's below before skimming a wave for a quick strike and a majestic ascent. But let's be pragmatic here. They need me. Thank you.
Dan, would you like to read?
Did you say
Sure.
Stan or Dan?
If I can get myself unmuted, this is Dan. Is that the one you wanted? All right. So these are two relatively short poems from the book that I've been working on that's actually in the process of getting its artwork done and getting ready to be published. All the poems are about cats. Some are about me and cats. Some are about other people and cats, but mostly about cats. First one's called Strife. And the picture that goes with this, the illustration, is of a cat flying directly into your face, which I took with my cell phone. In Haifa, not yet noon, The ferocious sun bakes my bare head, squints my red eyes, batters me slow in approaching a waist-high crude rock wall set to tumble, but for tough, thick vines embrace, suturing in place this pedestal on which a crouched shadow rests motionless in a deeper pool of shade, seeming, as my eyes adjust, squirrel, possum, rabbit, alien? And finally, as I fumble out my phone and steady to click, compact cat that hurls itself faceward as I jerk back and duck aside. Conglomeration of white and black splotches, it sprints across the courtyard and disappears behind a shed, leaving me to wonder why it was so startled by my leisured approach, and whether, had it managed to connect, claws would have been out to dice my skin, or in as it brushed fiercely past. Was it sick with distemper, even rabid, or merely miserable with the heat and the rage of its cleft land? And the second one is called Memento Mori. I'm going to assume everybody knows what that is. If you don't, I'll turn teacher for a minute. Okay. Memento Mori. In Achaia, from deep shade beneath a slant-propped marble slab, flare-furred, the orange long hair hisses. Flame green eyes glare challenge. Dare approach, and I'll spring and maul you raw. Your modest gore will streak the dust, dry, black in sun and wind, add to the darkness of this ruined palace where heroes lived and lost all their blood. Don't think you can compare with them. My kind of witnessed feats you can't imagine, much less perform. Fallen stone, still polished, will soak up the stain of your minor mortality, and though not as great as they, one day you'll lie flat under dirt like those bygone archers, lancers, and hacking swordsmen hacked down under the parched earth I crouch upon. No other equality with those once unconquered warriors will ever be granted you. That's all she wrote.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you.
Stan, it's your turn to read.
It did say Stan this time, right? Okay. This poem was inspired by the television show Gemstones, which I saw fleetingly as I passed through the living room, enough to get an idea what it was about. It's called Thank God for Atheism. Why doesn't God show his face? And angels don't make cameos, and there are no new biblical characters. Mega churches with blessed merchandise, with self-promoting charismatic characters, with unconvincingly sincere liturgical rants, promising tsunami waves of spiritual healing. Better times are surely coming, but don't ask me when that might be. How am I supposed to know? I can't get the goddamn internet to work to relay messages to and from heaven. Stay tuned and find out, and send in your pledges. I'm sorry that the people from Montana are not here. I love Montana. I was a doctor on an Indian reservation there for a couple of years in the 60s. And we had a house in Alberta. Used to love to travel through Montana. So it's a important place in my life.
What was the title again?
Thank God for atheism.
I do like that. We will do a rain check. So at least Zan will be here soon. I'm just going to reschedule for probably a week from today, if that's okay with everybody. And both of the poets are incredible. So I'm really looking forward to it. And I'll read a few more just as a temptation to everybody to come back. Mary Jo, would you like to read?
Okay, this is a poem that I've just written this poem, and it's based on a painting, which I have this postcard up, so I'm gonna show you. It's a painting. I've known this as a postcard forever, and it's really held my attention. And I recently did get to see it in Edinburgh, and you know, it's just like a simple little painting that people walk by, but it's my Mona Lisa. So, Reverend Walker returns to the frozen pond, laces and ties his skates, arms wrapped, determined to find sense in this blank cold, gliding his blades scape, cutting eyes follow his pointed nose. The greenhouse, where once lilies bloomed year-round, is shuttered. Ice holds silence without cause. Imagination back and forth.
Thank you,
Mary
Mary Jo.
Jo,
That was
Yeah.
wonderful.
I was wondering, you know, the picture you showed has this incredible lighting in the back,
Yeah,
and I was wondering if you might think
might
about
think
adding
about
it.
putting the light in. I can't get over him, I can tell you. But
Yeah.
it does have all the, like the northern lights almost.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
And
think that's what really makes it
yeah,
so special with with him.
and when you see the real painting, the way it's painted, you can see the scrapes of the ice, the cuts in the ice.
Wow. Cool.
I
Who
love
did the
that painting
painting?
too.
The painting, it's Sir Henry Roeburn, Roeburn. He lived from 1756 to 1823, and it's I think, I'm not exactly sure the title. It's Reverend Robert Walker skating on Duddington Lock.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. And he lived about the same time too. Really close. They were contemporaries.
Well, thank you for the edification and the
Yeah.
lovely poem. Sherry, would you like to read?
Okay, I'm looking forward to the next time that Zan reads. This is called Alone Walking Through the Park. The same route my mother and I walked. I could almost feel her essence like lemon and water. Someone said the person is still alive if you have conversations with each other. She pushes me to be stronger, like the wind blowing me to the wooden park bench. Once I wondered if I should have her name engraved with gold letters on a stone bench. No one would visit her so far in New Jersey. I have been the only visitor. I bet she doesn't care. Only the family of 6 or 7 deer who poked their heads behind the oaks stared.
Thank you, Sherry. That was beautiful. Norma, would you like to read? Norma, I still can't hear you. Still can't hear you.
Okay. This is called Old Woman's First Sermon, except for the others. I'm controlling. You're controlling. We're controlling. We try to control each other, but we're uncontrollable. It happens when you help me now. We get mad. You stomp, say shit, and go away. More and more, I get afraid you'll go away forever. What can I do as time flies and I'm not independent? When you were young, I could do everything myself. I could control you to my satisfaction until you were no longer controllable and I no longer independent. Control, like ego, tries to keep us safe. If controlling myself doesn't work, I'll control you and you'll be nothing but me. I don't trust you when you're not you. We are not safe when we're controlled or controlling. That's when I lose trust. It's hard to trust anything or anyone when I'm not dependent anymore. And here's what AI overview says about control. An individual's ability to influence, direct, or manage their own behavior, thoughts, emotions, and actions, or the circumstance around them, or the ability to influence or direct others. And I thought I thought AI needed editing. Could have said fewer words.
Shirley, would you like to read? Yes, you should read. It's only us. It's just us chickens.
I don't have anything.
I found this thing, and I don't know who wrote this. I'll read it. It's probably Shakespeare or somebody who very famous, and I don't know. I haven't committed it to memory. So you have to tell me who said this stuff. But it's a very sweet love thing. I must be with you. I cannot envisage a life without loving you. I want nothing else in this life than to be with you, warm you, surround you, love you, and be kind to you. In you, I found everything I want. I have felt things for you that I don't think I've ever felt before. I love you. You are my heart. You shall be in there forever. I am pledged to you in love and constancy for always. They're unreal. You are the only real thing. Does anyone know who wrote that? Mary Jo, you seem to know.
I said, ask AI.
Probably AI wrote it. But I do love it. If nobody else is going to read, I'll read one of Cheryl's poems to tempt you for next time. And this is the book I bought of hers. It's called The Ghost Openings. And it's inspired me to write ghost poems, but I haven't done it yet. I'm going to write a ghost poem. I do love her ghost poems. I don't know if this is a ghost poem or not, but I'll read it anyway. Goodwill Thrift Store, Missoula. It's hard to hate anyone when we're all maybe trying on the shoes of the dead together, trying on their slacks and reading their books. So we are gentle to each other. When we reach for the same glass or blanket, smile when we collide between the broken couch and a stain on the sheet. We pass cool ghosts who feel the sleeves of jackets, the hems of dresses, and hold nylon stockings up to the light. An old man tries on a dead soldier's coat. It weighs him down. He bends as though he was carrying the man on his back. When he opens his narrow pocketbook, a moth flies up. We find blouses for our mothers we never sent. A past we never knew. White bowls that fit inside each other. Someone else's babies. Painstakingly embroidered pillowcases. Empty jars. Proof of happier lives. When I pass the rack of dark wool suits, I smell a human musk, like an animal would. I get the sense of a man, my long dead grandfather, and I am filled with love for the suits, love for the man holding the double boiler, love for the teenage girl with bare feet, sucking the ends of her hair and watching the clock, love for the lonesome one who the shoes will surely fit. Nice work. I brought my Medusa up here. It was in the basement. And I'll read one Medusa poem and then I think we can call it good night. I had this idea that Medusa had a girlfriend. Don't ask me why I had that idea, but I did. That was my idea. And so I wrote this poem about Medusa and her girlfriend. Little bird, what you taste here in the trees is my amber light. What you see down low is my wet silver eye. Michael Burwell wrote that in Self-Portrait to Two Tiny Gods. You have come to hear her soft song and find, so like a thrush in crinoline, beyond the gravitational divide, her milky eyes, the color of mist on the tide. You recount all the wishes in your sleepless nights, your lonely, bitter lips, and find a friend in the shift and rustle of petticoats. You come rushing over the meadow. She catches you in the snare of her young arms, and you are both the same height, of one mind, taken off guard, unloosed, lapping and spinning as full sails. You don't worry what Grandmother Gaia, Mother Sito, and Father Forcris think. You are youth reckless, excited but unafraid, and for the first time, glad that you're alive. So that's what it goes like if you've got a girlfriend. Unmute yourselves and let's say goodnight and let's meet back here same time next Tuesday. I just can't believe this happened.
I
But
hope I can make
There
it.
was wonderful poetry.
Sure.
Good.
yeah,
Yes, it was wonderful to
enjoyed
hear
it.
everybody's poems.
This was wonderful.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, it's great to have a guest, the feature, but it's great to hear everybody's poems.
Yeah.
Yep.
I always look forward to that part.
Well, we had that part. We didn't have the other part.
Mhm.
Well,
We
at
had
least
the
you read some poems of
dessert,
them.
but no
That was nice.
entrees.
Yes, we just got dessert.
Got the
That's
small
right.
plates, the small
That's
plates.
so right, Dan.
Yeah.
Oh,
I may not be able to come. I have another meeting that day.
Yeah,
Oh.
I may have a conflict too.
Oh
It's
no,
possible.
so we can't do it that day.
Well, maybe we'll do it next month. I mean, try to
Okay.
do.
Yeah, just
Don't adjust on
Summer,
my accord.
uh,
I've got, I'm going on a big, long trip at the end of, well, starting August 21st. I'll be going through September 9th.
What about the
How's-
19th?
how's
19th.
next Thursday?
Next Thursday is the what? The 24th. It
oh,
looks like
I have a concert, but
yeah, I don't
I'll
have
be-
anything that day. That's the one day
Well,
I don't seem
I
to.
have a Zoom with the
Yeah.
Portland Haiku
Yeah.
Group.
I'll be on the
Actually-
Amtrak train. I'm going.
yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, this is terrible.
I have a friend visiting.
This
so
is my
that would
worst
work.
nightmare, everybody.
Maybe just do it another month.
Yeah,
Just
let's do it
try
another
not
month.
to, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do it
If
in
you
the
do-
fall.
Yeah, or if you do it in mid-August, I could make it anytime after the 10th of August, probably. That's just me. There's a lot of other
Okay.
people.
Well, I want you to be here, Dan. So
Thank
I
you.
want you all to be here.
I would like to be there.
Well, thank you all for coming.
Thank you, Dale. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you,
Yeah,
Dale.
thanks, Dale, for
Thanks,
putting
Dale.
it together, and I'll try and make it
Yeah.
whenever the next one is. So everybody have
Thank
a
you
good.
for
Such a failure.
stalwartly
Oh
serving
no,
on.
we all pulled it
Oh.
out of the woodwork.
This is rehearsal.
Yeah, not a failure when we can share
This is
poetry with
special.
each
This
other.
is special, Dale. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
special. That's what it is.
Thank you all for coming. I appreciate
All
your
right.
poetry. It was
Bye-bye.
wonderful.
Bye, guys.
Catch you for real
Thanks,
next time.
Dale.
Here.
And Joycey, I love you.
Love you. Bye.